So in the last few months, I've been testing 3 different eye creams. One was so irritating, I couldn't even get through a single use. Literally, I put it on and that same day I looked like a lizard. My eyes were so irritated, my actual eyeballs and the skin all around my eyes. One of them is hyped and expensive, but left me truly unimpressed. And one was shockingly good. So good, in fact, that it's become a new layering staple in my AM and my PM routine. Now, let's talk about the fails first really quickly. So I tried the Trinny London Take Back Time. This one was an immediate no for me. This one I literally wanted to throw into the trash, but let's just say if you are even remotely sensitive, then this is not an eye cream for you. It turned the skin red all around my eyes. It made my eyes burn for an entire day. Like, I had to wash everything off. I put makeup on and I had to wash it all off and start over. It was not good. The second fail was the SK2. This is super expensive, you guys. It's the LXP Ultimate Revival Eye Cream. So this one to me had so much promise. I love SK2, the original essence. So I bit the bullet and spent a ton of money on the expensive essence and the eye cream. The results were just not enough payoff to justify the hype, and I will share more about this in the future, but essentially it just wasn't worth the expense. It's not bad, it's not something I want to toss out, but it's definitely not good either. Okay, so the product that actually worked out for me is the InnBeauty Extreme Cream Eye. Now, I purchased this myself, and this is not sponsored. They don't even know I'm making this video. This was the surprise, not just because it worked, but because it's one of the only eye creams that I've seen that actually claims to help with hollows. Now, that's completely rare, and honestly, that claim made me really pause, but the results that they show make me want to believe in that. They did do some clinical testing. It's third party. We'll get into that. But when I used this, is when it convinced me, because it absolutely makes your eye area look beautiful immediately. So let's get into some of the star ingredients that are in here, because this is jam-packed with really good ingredients. First of all, it has acetohexapeptide 8, which is argireline. That's the peptide that a lot of people talk about as being Botox in a bottle. It is not that, but what it is a fantastic peptide that can definitely help with crow's feet, so I love that in here. This has acetyl tetrapeptide 5. That can help with puffiness and with dark circles. It has some amino acids that are going to help to support collagen and firm the skin. It also has pancreas. That's a natural muscle relaxer. So we'll see about that one. That's a really interesting ingredient that I'm going to do a little bit more of a deep dive. It has Centella asiatica. That's going to help with your barrier function. It has snow mushroom. It has caffeine, which you guys know caffeine is fantastic to see in an eye cream because it's going to help to reduce your morning puffiness. It can help to brighten your eye area, helps with microcirculation, stuff like that. It has bisabolol and allantoin. Those are going to help to calm the skin, help to hydrate the skin. It has glycerin and sodium PCA. Those are humectants. It has vitamin E. That's an antioxidant. I mean, it is jam-packed with really super amazing ingredients. And I want to tell you, this is half an ounce and it is $48, and you don't need a lot. So this little jar should go a really long way. Now, this is a powerhouse blend as far as I'm concerned, and I don't feel like it just moisturizes your skin. It smooths, it's going to help to depuff, it's going to help to make that under eye area look more rested and more supported. And I even layer this at night with my eye quad from Photozyme, and I feel like I'm getting like the all-star under eye treatment with DNA repair enzymes and then all of the ingredients that I just listed. I mean, what an amazing layering combo. But during the day, I am just putting this on and then doing my skincare routine in the morning, which I will go through that with you because I know a lot of people wonder, where do you put what in your routine? So for me, the way that I do it is I cleanse my skin, and on some days I'm doing my acid toner, which is still the P50 right now. and then I wait for a little while. And then I move on with an essence, and I'm still using my Platinum Essence from Forlle'd, loving that one. Then I do an eye cream. So that's when I insert this into my AM routine. And after I do this, then I will put on my Youth Recovery from Photozyme. And if I was gonna do LED, that's when I would do it. I don't do LED every single day. And then after LED, I do my vitamin C, which is typically my Photozyme. I've also been testing out one from Mutha, but my Photozyme CEF. And then I follow with an SPF of choice. And lately it's been my Drmtlgy Universal Tinted Moisturizer again. So that's how I fit my eye cream into my morning routine. Now at night, I am cleansing, and sometimes I use an essence at night as well. And then I do my eye creams next. So I put on my eye quad from Photozyme, then I put on this one over it. Then I go on with my Youth Recovery and any other serums I might want to use, my retinoid and my moisturizer. So that's how I fit an eye cream into my routine. Now, I do not think everybody needs an eye cream all the time. So I definitely think that it is subjective. And if you are somebody who likes eye creams, that's great. If you don't think eye creams are worth it, that's also fine too. I will say that lots and lots and lots of eye creams that are on the market are a complete waste of money. And then I think others actually do something extra special. That's how I feel about this. I think that it makes the under eye area look so good. I think that it looks especially great with concealer. And that was a big deal to me because as I get older, I noticed that that area just doesn't look great with concealer. And what I've been doing is I've actually been putting that on and, you know, going through my whole skincare routine. And then I'm using the Double Wear. That's the concealer I've been using a bunch lately. And I put this on and I don't use a ton, which is super important, not a lot. I dot it around my eye area. I just used an Angie Hot and Flashy brush to press it into the area, and I don't get too close to my lash line. I actually try not to conceal all the way up to my lash line because sometimes I think that makes us look just way too made up. So I try to do my concealer all in this area to really help with this darkness and hollowness just to look better. But I leave that area right under my lash line out, and I think that it looks a lot more natural and it looks a lot better. And this lays so beautifully over this eye cream. I think partly because this Double Wear is a touch dry, like all on its own, but it lasts all day long. It is the most long wearing eye concealer I've ever used. And the tube is huge. I literally had to go out and buy a new one of these because the one that I had was in the old packaging. And I think I had that for a few years. And I was like, it's probably time to get a new one just for hygiene purposes. So I got a new one, and I know this is gonna last me forever. Sometimes I even use this as like the only thing I put on over my Drmtlgy Universal Tinted Moisturizer is this in areas, and it looks like, you know, perfected complexion. I digress. Anyway, this is beautiful over this because this is perfectly moisturizing. It gives that perfect canvas and sets the stage for your concealer, and it just looks gorgeous. So this has been a really fantastic combo. Okay, back to the eye cream. I want to talk a little bit about their clinical study, which is, you know, I don't often get too swayed by brand funded clinicals because I know the brand funded it, but this one was third party tested and the results are impressive enough that they're worth at least sharing, and you can look into them. So I want the caveat that this was paid for by the brand, but it is third party testing, and you can go look at their page and see if it is a worthy study, but I want to share it with you. So the respondents or the participants said that after just 1 hour, they saw up to a 291% increase in the hydration and a 20% decrease in puffiness. That's amazing, especially when you want some instant results in the morning. And I definitely see when I put this on in the morning that I feel like I get instant results. Like that morning, I look better. Now, after 1 week, hydration jumped by 127%. Firmness and elasticity both improved, and puffiness decreased by 25%. And after 4 weeks, wrinkle length was down by 27% and puffiness was reduced up to 40%. And then 12 weeks later, they had up to a 496 increase in hydration, which is like mind-blowing, 91.5% reduction in wrinkle depth, 80% reduction in puffiness, 67% reduction in eyelid sagging, which that's a huge one, and 42% improvement in crow's feet. I mean, honestly, those results are gobsmacking, and I do encourage you to just go check them out. Look at their website and decide for yourself. So in their consumer panel, 100% of the users said that they would switch to this eye cream, and the majority saw visible improvements in radiance, in lines, in puffiness, in overall youthfulness around their eyes. Now again, brand funded or not, these numbers are strong for sure, but I don't just rely on their claims, I rely on my face. And this eye cream made a visible difference for me as well. And again, this is not sponsored. They don't know I even exist. They don't know that I'm making this video. So I still love my Photozyme Eye Quad at night, and I'm not gonna give that up because of the targeted impact it has on my hyperpigmentation and sun damage, which I unfortunately have. It's loaded with the DNA repair enzymes, and I often pair them together. But lately I have been using this in the morning pretty exclusively. Now I want to point out that I still think that the Strivectin Peptight, the Dermelect Revitalize, those are still excellent eye creams that I highly recommend, as well as the Drmtlgy HPR. I would say those are kind of like my eye cream all-stars. All of those are great. They've been recommendations in my past, and I still think that they're good eye creams now. So let me know if you've tried the InnBeauty Extreme Eye Cream. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Did you notice a difference in the puffiness or even hollowness? I'm waiting. I'm going to keep track because that is my biggest concern, is under eye hollowness. And if this makes a difference, then I will buy stock in InnBeauty. So do leave a comment down below and let me know if you've tried this, what you think of it. Give us your review. It's so helpful when we can all compare notes as a community, and it helps other people make decisions about products that are not just based off of my recommendation. I hope that you are having the most wonderful day. I hope this was helpful. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below, and I will talk to you in my next skincare video. Take care.